Welcome to the Sweet Sounds of Fighting Jiu-Jitsu Instructional Channel. James and Ryan here. We're going to continue on our Crucifix series. This one is going to be Americanas and Kimuras from that Crucifix position. Again, entries from Turtle on this one as well. But make sure you go down in the description. There's a link to the Sweet Sounds of Fighting Underground with all the Jiu-Jitsu strength conditioning programs.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about how to enter into the Crucifix position. So now we're just going to go straight to the position itself to look at the options. The double attack we talked about earlier was actually getting a straight arm bar. One of the defenses to obviously a straight arm bar, just like any other arm bar, is to turn your wrist, your thumb down and up. And what this does is it obviously, I can't get the straight arm bar. So one of the defenses here is for him to turn his thumb up like he wants a hitchhiker escape, right? As soon as his thumb goes up to avoid this arm bar, as you can see, I can't really get the arm bar. The top leg is gonna trap the wrist behind my knee pit. So you can do this in many ways. When we're going for the arm bar, there's all these things, all this movement going on. I can reach through and I can capture the wrist. And as you can see, I've caught the wrist behind my knee, and I'm really squeezing it here. I'm tracting my knee and pinching it. And so I'm gonna go flat. Okay, so I'm gonna post my legs flat, and I'm gonna start to rotate to go flat. And as you can see, as I retract, my knee is facing up. I'm not down like this. My knees are facing up, and then I start to turn and look this way. Okay. Again, all this is very important for me to control this side to make sure he doesn't rotate, but this is obviously going to be an Americana with your legs. Once he feels this, before it actually finishes, he's going to straighten his arm again. And as he straightens his arm, we can go back to our original, where I cover the hand and go for the actual arm bar. The last position he can do is turn his thumb down. So now we're going to go to a thumb down position. In order to finish the Kimura from the thumb down position, I need to switch leg control, the top leg. So my outside leg is on top. I need to put my inside leg on top. So the way we do this is pummeling. It's very useful to develop the skill of pummeling with your legs. What that looks like is simply this. Okay, I'm targeting my knee, sliding down, targeting my knee, sliding down. The reason why that's important is because I just don't want to like release and then try to catch. Right? He's gonna be gone. So the smooth transition here to where there's no opportunity for escape is to slide my leg down. So now there's space for me to put my foot on my own leg. And now I've switched out the position. Once I've switched out the position, he's still giving me a thumbs down. And he's running into this problem of, again, the knee pit capturing the wrist. Once I capture the wrist, I retract and get to my heel to my butt. Now, the transition here is, it can be let me turn this way a little bit. This arm is very important for the transition, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my underhook. I'm gonna go to 100%, which is a whole nother thing we're gonna cover. Once I get here, and I'm controlling the arm, I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna put it through. So now I'm going into 100%. The way you get up here is not like this. You won't be able to get up. You must bring your hand out, okay? Once your hand's out, you can slide it up. So there's no muscle really being used here. I'm not trying to like drive myself up. I'm just sliding in. If you try to do this here, you can't because you're trying to pick him up as well. So what I want to do is slide my hand out, slide it in. Now you can see here clearly there's obviously a neck crank here. If I were to start to rotate my body, it's going to push his head to chin to his chest. It can be a neck crank. I don't really like neck cranking people, so it's still frowned upon, I think. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this position. So now we're up. My heel is still retracted to my butt. And now simply all I need to do is get to my knees. Post, drag, that's it. Technically, you should not make it to your knees. If my knees hit the floor, this will be probably some damage to the shoulder. So this is going to be your, it's 3 options essentially. Same as if I was in side control. Americana, straight arm, and Kimura. You're just doing it with your legs. So one more time. So this is going to be from the angle of the opposite side arm, the one that I'm doing the 100% with. So ideally, again, I want to control the hand here, try to get it connected to his belly. We're having a pinch. Now everything's going to be focused on what he's doing with his arm. He gives me a thumbs up. As soon as he gives me a thumbs up, I capture his wrist, and then I start to go flat. Turn my knees up, heel to my butt, and that's a tap for the shoulder. If he feels this, he's going to straighten his arm. Right there, I can start to go for my straight arm bar. He feels that, he turns his thumb down. As soon as he turns his thumb down, I switch the position of my legs. So I slide down, target my leg, release, and now the bottom leg is controlling the arm. And if I need help, you can still push and control here to push the arm towards the person. He generally will not keep an extended arm. If he keeps an extended arm, I can still armbar him here with the same position, right? I'm just doing it with my bottom leg, controlling the wrist. So he brings his arm in, I capture it. So now I'm pinching it with my knee pit. I switch to the 100%. I switch through and drop my elbow in. Again, don't try to get up here. It's very difficult. Slide out, up. Okay, this is extremely effective. Now once we're here, I still have my heel retracted. There is a neck crank here, so be careful. I'm just trying to get to my knees here, so I'm dragging my bottom leg behind me. That's it. Again, I should not make it to my knees, but that's kind of the direction I'm going. So this kind of covers with the leg position, the Americana, Kimura, and even the straight arm.